trying. Am I back? Take two, Tennessee DJ. Hey, thank you for coming back. I don't know what happened. And I kept trying. Hi, Angie's Life. Hi, Maria. And we're back. And today's sponsor is Veriform Siding Accessories and Trim. Pam, thank you, kids, for coming back. Okay, so we're live. All right. How do you like the thumbnail? I'm getting so tech savvy. I made it all by myself. I know it's just... 1012 Carly. Good afternoon from Oregon, you're saying. I lived in Oregon in the early to mid 1970s. Love it out there. I hope you're doing well and welcome. By the way, hi, my name is Susan and welcome to Lip Lock No More. This is take 2 of a failed stream from just a few minutes ago, which I've already deleted. And to be honest with you, like it wouldn't be like me to not be honest with you. And by the way, this is a totally content-free live stream. I got nothing. And I'm almost, hi Tennessee Twister, I'm almost afraid to touch my phone now after what just happened. Okay, it just happened again. Am I back? Okay, what I'm doing is I'm trying to bring the live chat up on my phone. And every time I try to bring your live chat up on my phone, it tries to end the live stream. This has never happened before. It's weird. Now I'm all like, ooh. And there I was about to brag about how tech savvy I have become in creating my own thumbnail using a photograph of myself. Yeah, Maria. And babies, what I'm having to do, I'm scared to touch my phone now. This time it let me come back. Let me calm down a moment. I'm having to look over here on my laptop to see your chat. There's no chat on the screen here. Wow. So one reason that it was discombobulating is the only thing that was on my mind other than looking at no knead bread recipes is that it has come to light. Trying to think if there's another way I can fix you guys that I'm not comfortable not seeing your chat over here. Hang on. This is going to be very unsteady because you're sitting on the daybed. So I guess we'll make this like really super short and sweet. I'm going to hang on to the tripod with one hand and try to keep up with your chat over here on my laptop. As my Marine son would say, improvise, adapt, and overcome, Mom. So what has come to light, and now over here, I hope you don't fall over. You're on top chat. Let me get on live chat. Anyway, oh boy. Oh boy, says Tennessee DJ. It has come to light this morning, and no, I'm not bringing receipts. This is a commentary critique, and your chat just came back up on my phone. This is a commentary, critique, opinion, review, whatever the heck I want to talk about channel. And I cuss a lot. It says right there on my about, right at the top of my homepage. And now your chat's gone again. So today I'm just talking, okay? I'm not bringing any receipts. But it has come to light this morning that reportedly, allegedly, a rogue AI bot at YouTube has taken down nigh on, if not at nor more than 1 million channels on YouTube. Like overnight. And one of them is a channel that I have been watching for years. Hi, Poppy Red Mustang. Hi, Nana Mansfield. A channel I've been watching for years that is like a super responsible channel, not a drama channel, not a BS channel. Very rarely will you hear a swear word. And it at this time does not appear to have been caused by anything such as mass reporting, mass flagging, or anything like that, because the timestamp provided, and this isn't like a strike where this very responsible, highly respected channel is like on a 7-day hiatus, like if you get a copyright strike. Okay, no, this channel is effing gone. And the channel holder is, of course, going through all of the proper procedure. But so far, it looks like this rogue AI bot has taken down a SHIT ton of channels. So one reason I'm here, other than I should be outside pruning or in the kitchen making this 3-cup no knead artisan bread that I'm really wanting to make. Okay, I'm just feeling like lazy. Okay, but other than that, I just kind of wanted to go live and make sure I still have a channel, because I cuss a lot. And there are a number of people who don't particularly like me. So when we were live on take 1, and I tried to bring up your live chat, and then it wouldn't let me reconnect to my live stream, I thought, I was just started buffering on my laptop. I thought, holy moly, cheese on crackers. Yeah, all those words that y'all are accustomed to me saying, and they just flew out my mouth like lava from an erupting volcano. I feel that I need to exercise a modicum of caution in regards to, I don't know, my fucking language, as So here's the thing, y'all. Just so my viewers are clear, in case this channel goes away, I've had no strikes. I have not violated any community guidelines since I did the one last year when they put me on probate. No, it wasn't last year. Almost lied. I did lie, but I didn't mean to. I just accidentally misrepresented the facts. Nonetheless, other than when I got reported in the February of this year by somebody for saying something in someone else's live chat that I quite obviously should not have said. I don't even know what it was. But whatever it was, I got reported for a community guidelines violation. And I got put on probation, not parole, like Nik Has a Fat suit. No need to draw unneeded attention at this time. Anyway, so y'all that have been around here for a little while, I'm sure you'll recall. Because I came on and made the it wasn't like I couldn't do anything. I could still go live. I could still upload. I could still do all that shit. Okay. I could still chat, blah, 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 blah. But YouTube put me on probation for 90 days. And although I cannot recall the specific day it started, it was 90 days before May the 25th of 2025, which was when the probation was lifted. Because I behaved myself for 90 mother days. That's not easily done. If you're me, you're not me, so that's good. That's a good thing for you. Okay. My mom had 4 sets of twins, and then she had me, a single child. I'm the baby in the family, and my entire life, at least until my mom passed away, I heard on many occasions, thank God there was only one of you. And the world is also grateful. Nonetheless, if you were me, which you're not, toss that word salad with the house dressing, homemade, of course. Should anything happen to our channel here, it's not because, hi Sammy Sparrow, hi Running Bear, it's not because I fucked up, okay? It's because there's a rogue AI bot, or because I have said or done, or they are aware of the research I've been doing on my laptop about Nik Has a Fat suit named Short Dong Hong. Both fictional characters in a short story I am writing for adults only. Sometimes the freaks come out at night. Just saying. And now your chat's back. And you're all crooked because you're on the bed. You're on the day bed. Hi, Patty Barnett. So, ow, I just kicked the drawer on my nightstand with the top of my left foot. I'm barefooted. And the drawer is open. Why? Because there are 4 wild ninja kittens in the vicinity that could come crashing through here at any moment. I don't want an open soda sitting on the nightstand, so it's in the drawer. Also, that's where I keep my vape. You know, everybody must get stoned. I'm just saying. Now, I'm leaning forward merely so I can see if I can. Oh, I could see if I would take these off. High stinging the blues. Well, you can have me all the time. Or you may never come my way. But Mother Earth is waiting for you. There's a debt you'll have to pay. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care what you were. Because when it all comes down, you can't leave the state of Pennsylvania. Parolee person. I don't know about your grammatically challenged avocado hot dog neck whatever that he is, short dong hung. So there's that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, chat. Yes. Yes. I've already put out one warning, pre-recorded, uploaded motherfucking video on this channel. I don't know, a couple of months ago. It's on the channel. It's under videos, oddly enough. And I made a few remarks. No, Running Bear, I did not. I'm actually wanting one, but the vape is THC, love, that darling love, which turns into Dove if you run it all together. Okay, I'm not looking at your chat. I have to be creative here. Okay. Let me say this. If you're new to my channel, I started this channel a little over 4 years ago because of a little girl named Summer Wells, among other reasons. I thought, you're old. You're a has-been from the television days. You've retired as a professional performer. You don't have a day job. And there's a pandemic going on. And there's this thing called YouTube, and your grandkids think you should start your own channel. But the impetus for actually starting the channel and going live and making uploads and creating shorts was because of Summer Wells. Nik has a fat suit named Short Dong Hong. So I've already made that one video. Now, the other day, a regular viewer left a comment, I believe on a short. Don't hold me to that, but it's there. And there was an exchange of comments between myself and this regular viewer, subscriber, because he had left the comment that he was, I'm not quoting, I'm paraphrasing, that he was, again, hearing scuttlebutt that Nik has a fat suit named Short Dong Hong with the freaks who come out at night were not only talking somewhere or posting somewhere or another, and the viewer couldn't find anything to lead me to where they had seen it, unfortunately, okay? But not only talking about them talking about the case of missing Summer Moon Utah Wells, but also mention of the state of Arkansas, which of course I live in Arkansas. Now, so what? So what? Here's so what. I don't care who you are. You can be the most powerful human being walking the face of this earth. In your social status, and how many subs you have on a particular social media platform, you could be the president of the motherfucking United States of America. If you choose to start talking about missing Summer Moon Utah Wells publicly, anywhere, you had better, by God, stick with the facts. You better keep her name, Summer Moon Utah Wells. It's about her. It's not, thank heavens, I have transitioned out of, and it took a lot of work on my part and support from my subscribers and members. Emotional support. It is not about her daddy, her mama, her siblings, speculation is fine, we all do it. Do I own the streets of YouTube? Am I in charge of any of you or anything? No, the fuck I am not. But I will open up a can of verbal whoop ass, a barrage of factual bitch slaps in Summer's regard to any some bitch that brings chaos back to her case. those of us who have faithfully stood our ground, so to speak, on behalf of Summer Wells on YouTube, those of us that have maintained integrity, do our best, I beg your pardon, to bring only the facts and to speculate based only on facts, and whose primary goal in Summer's regard is so you crazy motherfuckers out there, not you babies, so that the crazy motherfuckers out there, as well as people who are truly interested, they truly want to know, and perhaps they are new to YouTube. Summer has been missing since the 15th of June of 2021. There are people watching YouTube now who weren't even old enough to watch our channels when Summer went missing. They missed, some of them, merely because of age restriction, the first 1, 2, maybe 3 years, maybe the last month of Summer's case. They don't know about what came down the pike. Those first months, those first few years, and in some cases yet to this day. There are people who don't know. Now, I no longer come on this channel and call out this YouTuber, that YouTuber, in regards to Summer, because I've learned that it doesn't really make any difference, that people are going to do what they're going to do for the most part. I sit back and I watch people attempt to change a pattern and come right back the fuck into it. On a lot of different levels, not just with Summer. But today I'm directly saying, and I hope word gets to, if you aren't watching right now, no need to get excited. But I will exercise, not exorcise. I don't know. Right now, I feel like maybe I need an exorcism. I will fully exercise my constitutional right as a citizen of the United States of America on this platform, and I will abide by the contractual agreement I signed with YouTube in regards to terms of service and community guidelines, whilst, if necessary, coming on my commentary, critique, opinion, review, and whatever the fuck I want to talk about channel, and let Nik Has a Fat Suit named Short Dong Hong know that if you fuck around in the Summer Wells case and create any kind of chaos, if you put out any disinformation, anything misleading, if you start fucking around with people, if you start making some kind of bullshit threats, you don't want to fuck with this old bitch, and you better motherfucking feel that, because I will exercise all my rights and start showing my audience, who may not have seen on other channels that I watch, the actual factual research I've been doing on you two motherfuckers. All public information that maybe a lot of my viewers don't know about you. Why? So that they know what you've done in the past, and fucking patterns of behavior are extremely important. That's why. And should you come to Arkansas, please feel free to drop by for a cup of tea, or coffee if you prefer. Sweetened iced tea with or without lemon. Everybody knows where I live. As a matter of fact, I was standing on my front porch this summer when the Google car drove by. We'll sit down on the front porch if need be and have a very grown-up conversation. Batshit crazy old lady to motherfucking punk. But no need to get excited. I hope I've made myself clear. I post cards along the way. Now your chat's popping back up on my phone again. But yeah, when we went down a while ago, yeah, back to that rewind. I thought there for a minute, oh shit, because of where I go, who I watch, where I participate, where I support, or at least may appear to be supporting. You know, my name could be on a list somewhere. You know, a shit list of some sort. Outside the Summerwells community, which is basically pretty much where I came from and shall remain. But as you know, all you babies know, hi, Lazy Wolf. No running bear. No, I haven't been to Tennessee. Last time I was in Tennessee, I was in Memphis, and it would have been 1989. Singing the blues, busking on a corner. No, running bear, darling. I am not, nor have I ever felt inclined to go to 110 Ben Hill Road. I have never felt inclined to in any way attempt to contact any family members of Summerwells, or anybody, any other person that we have ever discussed here on the channel in the past. As a retired professional journalist, I find it pardon me, I just burped. I can't say unethical because it's YouTube, okay? Okay, just using plain old English, plain old Arkanese. It ain't right. That's my opinion. What other people do, hey, it's what they do. It's how they do. Whatever works for you guys. Okay. Um, but as a YouTuber, which is what I am now, and I am what I am, and that's all that I am, right? I'm an old retired woman with a uh, rather distinctive professional background. So, a lot of, or most of, what was instilled in me as a journalist washes over into me being just a batshit crazy old lady on YouTube. And part of that is a thing called the journalist's creed. Now, I'm not going to try to quote it to you. I couldn't. But you can look it up. You can Google it. Part of the journalist's creed is to do no harm, to bring only facts and the truth of public interest to the public, and to do no harm whilst doing that. Running Bear, you've come to Arkansas. I'm glad I hope you like Arkansas. Pink, you've been in Tennessee most of your life. You'd love to leave, but age is, oh, baby. I love where I live here in Heber Springs. It's on Greer's Ferry Lake. It's a beautiful area. And we have our problems like you do. Yeah, Lazy Wolf, don't become part of the story. Thank you. That perfect. Lazy Wolf, that was perfect. Well, Pink, baby, what I mean is, uh, I'm trying to lighten it up here, okay? And often, in order to do that, I use self-effacing humor. Oh, I'm washed up. No, I'm not washed up. But hi, Choo Choo's mommy. Let's face the facts. Okay, I aged out of television news almost 50 years ago. Now, I don't watch network news anymore for current events. So I haven't really been paying attention. But I do notice here in the mornings, my husband and I watch THV 11 out of Little Rock to get regional and statewide news, as well as like the weather forecast, okay, and human interest stories and things like that. And we have it on for maybe an hour or so, and then we go on with our day. And I've noticed that the kids that are doing television news, weather, sports, are still aging out like my generation did. Once you get to be about, let's see, let me think back, how old was I? I'm 75 now. I aged out at about 34 to 35 for TV news. That's when, after I aged out, I don't know why I keep air quoting, I transitioned into uh, producing my own TV talk show. and they were pre-recorded. Community interest. I've shared some of them. As a matter of fact, here on the channel, there are a few of them. If you go down, what's it called here on the channel, babies? Um, not playlists. Maybe it's maybe if y'all look here on the channel under playlist, you'll find something about my old TV days or something like that. And I've uploaded a couple of them from like DVD. um, anyway, so I did that transition. Um, but really, for TV, by the time you're 40 years old, unless you're an actor or an actress, like in a scripted show, and you're hired to play, hi Denise, uh, something that is age appropriate, or they do the makeup to make you look like somebody else, or younger or older, or all that business. But I'm not an actor, or I never, other than just high school stuff and all of that. My talent does not lie in the field of acting. So um, anyway. So, babies, we've been on here, 42 minutes, and we're still live. So I guess the rogue AI bot hasn't made its way over here yet. I do want to say that the channel that I love so much, I'm sending out all the good vibes. If you happen to see this burnt toast, I not only respect you and your work, let me rephrase that. I respect you because of your work. And over the 3 or more years that I have been watching the channel Burnt Toast, I have grown to adore a woman that I've never seen, will never see her. But the work she does on this platform is valuable. She calls out lolcows, and she does it with receipts, and she does it with humor and personality. She corrects the very few, hi G Becky, G Brecky. Baby, I don't know. Like I was saying, G Brecky, I don't know if you were here, baby, at the beginning of this live stream. Uh, I have no receipts. I don't communicate with other creators behind the scenes, so I don't know the ins and outs or have any receipts. Whatever it was, I mean, it was over, y'all. I jumped ahead earlier on, so let me go ahead and finish what I was going to say about burnt toast. What was reported was a cartoon, a pink and blue cartoon dumpster that has a fire in it in her intro. And allegedly, and I only use the word allegedly because I don't have any proof, okay? But allegedly, that specific timestamp is the timestamp that was like either mass reported or the AI bot lost its fucking mind, okay? And if somebody like burnt toast is going to have their channel just jerked out from under them like the proverbial rug for nothing, what, Lazy Wolf, I'm pretty, Maybe I'm pretty worked up about it. But because I don't have any facts, I don't want to risk spreading any misinformation or starting any kind of rumors. But if I know burnt toast, and I say that figuratively, okay, just as a subscriber and one who regularly engages with her channel. Yeah, Running Bear. Fucking YouTube, Running Bear. They took down, she's gone. Now, as I understand it, and here's where I was doing the allegedly thing, okay? The high tears ran dry. I'm not used to picking and choosing my words. Now, y'all that watch me all the time, you know words, like I said a while ago, they spill out of my mouth like lava from an erupting volcano. But I'm doing that thing where I'm like, I'm trying to edit before I speak, and I don't like it. Allegedly, burnt toast is taking all the necessary steps to fight it. Okay, Choo Choo's mommy said burnt toast posted on X. Hang on. Oh, for Peter's sake. I'm trying to get to your chat over here. Burnt toast posted on X that someone spent all. Get out of here, Choo Choo's mommy. Someone spent all night reporting her. See, guys? Semi Sparrow, the word on the street through the YouTube grapevine is maybe, allegedly, HTC, maybe. Because, that punk ass bitch Brittany J, she ain't got the fucking power to do that. She ain't got any, she's too fucking lazy to do anything like that. She ain't got to stay up all night doing anything except scamming and grifting for fucking money off of her. Susan! But HTC would. Lazy Wolf, we have transcripts from BJ's chat of someone that was talking about no shit. Do you think there's anybody that's dedicated enough to BJ that they would? How do you even do that? I mean, I've reported, obviously. I mean, there's a particular channel in the Summer Wells community that hasn't been monetized for a couple of years now, but it wasn't mass reporting, and I certainly, Running Bear, you think so? Yeah. It's an account with an AI pic. Wow. Well, you guys, hopefully, hopefully someone who knows a heck of a lot more about it than I do can bring us some receipts, at least over the weekend, maybe tonight. Bring us an update on what's going on. But y'all think of that in certain areas, the negativity has grown to such the vitriol has, it's people turning to lawfare and, yeah, Sammy Sparrow, someone with too much time on their hands. Running Bear, I believe it would be you think so? Yeah, Patty, YouTube, And to be fair, baby Patty, to be fair, in my opinion, any and all social media platforms have the potential to become toxic. Babies, it's like I said the other day, ending the live stream. The internet is nothing more than a tool. And a tool is only as productive and useful as the hand that is wielding it. So if you got a motherfucker, and there are a lot of them, then so we've been on here almost an hour, and my regulars know I like to keep it at about an hour. I kind of get a break today. I'm not going to cook. We have leftovers from last night. So I had a little bit more time today. We had leftover meatloaf, so we're going to do that. But it's just, I mean, anymore, we never know, we being creators. It would seem like things have come to the point that any one of us could wake up any morning and for no good reason whatsoever, the channel be gone. Just the sheer vindictiveness, hi Lisa, the sheer vindictiveness of others whose motives I can't even, I mean, I could guess at all day and all night. But we don't live in other people's heads. And so we will tend to project, well, if it was me, this is what it would be. But, you know, and people will say, you're having pizza, Running Bear? People will say, well, I lost my train of thought because I looked at chat. I'm not even stoned yet. I'm thinking. What was I saying? Leslie, you made a live stream. It's evening for you, isn't it, love? But y'all, you know that's why my channel is now what it is. I, generally speaking, on a live stream will have some sort of a little rant about something or other that's on my mind. But just to get away from the drama and the crama for a little while, for all of us, you know. And so I'm really happy that any of you came over. Thank you. Hi, Mimi Jean. Baby, I'm getting ready to end it. And that was one thing that I was saying, is that I like to keep it at around an hour, um, to just give us a little reprieve, you know. Yeah, Running Bear, YouTube does clear out dead subs. And we're here on Lip Lock No More. I think we're a little over 72K. Not 72K. No. Rewind that. Erase that. 7,200, not 72K. I think we're around 7,000, a little over 7,000. But as you see, like right now on my counter, at least, there are 50 people, you know. So that's really important as well, is the ratio. Um, and the weird thing is, though, I'll end the live stream, and the little the information that comes up when on my end, it doesn't come up on yours. On my end, when YouTube says, "Are you sure you want to end the live?" and I tap that X, the very first thing that comes up are all the stats for the live that just ended. And like there'll be, my counter will be reading, hi Denise, I think I already said hi, I'm sorry. that, like right now, it's 47 people in the chat. I think that's chatting. But when I end the live stream, it'll say I had like 258 views. And I'm like, well, why don't y'all come in and chat then? And I don't know. Let me see. Can I look? I think I can look over here. Yeah. So what's on the counter are how many people are watching. It says 47 watching now and 48. And I had 35 likes. Now I have 36. I just liked myself. So anyway, y'all, in closing, I'm trying to find out by watching YouTube videos on this artisan bread, no knead yeast bread that I want to make. I want to use my terracotta bread baking thing. What's it called? A Romer Tomp. Anyway, it's a clay baking dish made for baking bread. And I got to let go of the tripod for just a second, let my hand rest. I've been gripping it pretty tightly. And all of the videos I've been watching about no knead bread making on this different types of artisan breads, they use parchment paper, which Bob went and got me some parchment paper. But I don't know if I should use the parchment paper in my clay bread baking dish. I've never put parchment paper in it. Now, why is that an issue for me? Because in every freaking video I've watched about making this bread that I want to make, no matter what channel and no matter what baker it is I'm watching, they're putting parchment paper into their baking utensil, but they're not using terracotta. Also, usually, when you make a no knead bread in the terracotta baking dish, you soak the lid for like 10 to 15 minutes and just put it in the sink, fill the sink up with water, clean water, and put it in there. And when you put the lid on the baking dish and then put it in the oven, like anywhere from, I don't know, 418 to 450 degrees, depending on what bread you're baking, the moisture in the lid from the terracotta releases the steam that does the special little interaction that makes the crust really crusty, but the inside really springy. So I don't know if I can use my parchment paper in the terracotta. Excuse me, I burped again. And I don't know if I should put my lid on like I always would if I'm using parchment paper. You know what? These no knead bread recipes are supposed to make things easier. Now it's like I need to go back to, I don't know, senior high school calculus to figure out bread baking. Anyway, I'm sure between the 6 or 7 different channels I've watched so far, I'm sure there's no need to get excited. Denise, here's the cool thing about no knead bread. Whether you do what's called 3-cup bread, or if you search it on YouTube, what I recommend is just put in your YouTube search bar 4-ingredient no knead bread, because it's just flour, yeast, salt, and water. That's it. And there's no kneading involved. There's a little bit of folding and slamming, I have to fold and slam. I'm imagining that it's a dance move. Anyway, I've really scooted down in this day bed. Hold on. But I got to hold on to you guys and scoot up a little bit. If you fall over, I'll pick you right back up. Okay. Yeah, Denise, for real. The one that I want to make, like, now I'll do it tomorrow because it's getting late in the day. You don't need it, and you don't wait over freaking night for it to rise. And this 3-cup no knead recipe that I found this morning, which is a YouTube video, okay, uh, even uses, get this, cold water, not warm water. And if you guys remember, the last time I Cherokee Girl, I did make yeast rolls. And when I did the water, I was like, oh no, I think I got the water too hot. But I went ahead and followed through anyway. And had indeed gotten the water too hot and it killed the yeast, right? And so my dinner rolls came out and they were about the size. They were about okay, they were about the size of a testicle. Like just a normal one, you know. And they were so hard. I boiled the yeast, Sammy. I did. They were so hard. I really think if I'd thrown one at the wall, it would have like made a hole in the wall. So, Cherokee Girl, your husband laughs at you when you make yeast rolls because you leave him in your car. My mama used to do that. But anyway, Denise, this 3-cup, and it's just 3 cups of flour, okay? This 3-cup bread recipe uses cold water. And I thought, well, that'll be good for you since you have a tendency to boil the yeast, Sammy Sparrow puts it. Anyway, like lady, I trim my own hair, and sweetheart, I almost like totally butchered. You kids that were here for it, you remember. I, I got this bright idea because I watched too many shorts on YouTube, right? Scrolling, and all this different shit, all this different stuff comes up, excuse me. And I'm like, oh, that might be, so I clicked on one, and then what I'll do is I'll go click on others. Like, okay, are they joshing me? Am I getting punked here? Or can I actually try this at home, right? Look, lady, what was it called? Were they called French bangs, or it was either French bangs or butterfly bangs? I think it was French bangs. We, meaning myself and the kids that tune in over here on my channel, we've been waiting. But thank you for the compliment. It doesn't lay together very well right now. But anyway, I truly, you make an old lady feel good. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, nonetheless, before we run out of battery power, and now we have been on here for a little over an hour, it is the tradition here at Lip Locked No More that I read some little something and sing a little ditty to say goodbye. So, we're nearing like super near to the end of a totally content-free live stream other than me being me. I didn't bring our book in here that we regularly read from. So give me 1 second. I've got to run into the kitchen and get it. I'll be right back. Oh, 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 oh. I don't want to jinx myself, especially right here at the end. I think this is the first time since the Ninja Kittens came 2 years ago that I have done a live stream in this room, which is actually my office, without, yeah, believe it or not, they have all been asleep this whole time. Here, watch. Hang on. Yeah, I know. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate how good you have been while Mommy has been live today. Where are the other two? Fortunately, I didn't accidentally where's it? They're so quiet that I don't even know where they are. Oh. And I'm quite sure that, let me flip the screen back. The other one's probably up in the closet. There are 4 of them. Okay. So I got the book. Hang on. I just felt like I needed to prove that there are actually cats in here. Now, another thing, guys, and I'm just going to toss this out to you very quickly. I know I keep saying I'm ending. I've been sharing on the community tab, not everything I'm watching, but just a few little teasers to see how you guys would react. I have really gone down this rabbit hole of the origins and, as best as we can know them, true meanings and stories. Hi, PG little girl. Behind nursery rhymes and fairy tales. Something came up in my algorithm wise in my feed a couple of weeks ago, I think. And it was like the true something or other of, okay, it was either Little Red Riding Hood or Sleeping Beauty. And it has a lot of really interesting stuff in it. These different I guess you call them documentaries I'm watching. Anyway, I'm thinking about reviewing one of the shorter ones and see what you guys think about them. Just for something different. We can still yakety yak. Okay. If you are unfamiliar with the tradition here at Lip Lock No More, I like to end my live streams by reading something that has nothing at all to do, usually, with anything we have said or done here. And if I have said or done anything during the live stream that dampened your spirits, it's an effort to try to pick you back up. And I've been reading to you guys from Getting the Most Out of Life. It's an anthology published in 1946 by the Reader's Digest. And the pieces contained within are they're short stories, I suppose, and they are, or they're condensed stories of a biographical or autobiographical nature. And what I do is I just open the book, and here's what we got today. And it is only 2 pages long, and so I think I feel compelled to read the whole thing, and I don't know why. So hopefully you'll stick around for it. And then I'll sing you out and we'll get on with our day. Trying to not be cutting the top of my head off, but I'm also not wanting to touch my screen too much after what happened earlier. Father Forgets, condensed from an editorial that originally appeared in People's Home Journal by W. Livingston Larned, Larned. Listen, son. I'm saying this as you lie asleep, one little paw crumpled under your cheek, and the curls stickily wet on your damp forehead. I have stolen into your room alone. Just a few minutes ago, as I sat reading my paper in the library, a stifling wave of remorse swept over me. Guiltily, I came to your bedside. These are the things I was thinking, son. I had been cross to you. I scolded you as you were dressing for school because you gave your face merely a dab with a towel. I took you to task for not cleaning your shoes. I called out angrily when you threw some of your things on the floor. At breakfast, I found fault too. You spilled things. You gulped down your food. You put your elbows on the table. You spread butter too thick on your bread. And as you started off to play, and I made for my train, you turned and waved a hand and called, "Goodbye, Daddy." And I frowned and said in reply, "Hold your shoulders back." Then it began all over again in the late afternoon. As I came up the road, I spied you down on your knees playing marbles. There were holes in your stockings. I humiliated you before your friends by marching you ahead of me to the house. Stockings are expensive, and if you had to buy them, you would be more careful. Imagine that, son, from a father. Do you remember later when I was reading in the library how you came in timidly with a sort of hurt look in your eyes? When I glanced up over my paper, impatient at the interruption, you hesitated at the door. "What is it you want?" I snapped. You said nothing, but ran across in one tempestuous plunge and threw your arms around my neck and kissed me, and your small arms tightened with an affection that God had set blooming in your heart and which even neglect could not wither. And then you were gone, pattering up the stairs. Well, son, it was shortly after that my paper slipped from my hands and a terrible, sickening fear came over me. What has habit been doing to me? The habit of finding fault, of reprimanding. This was my reward to you for being a boy. It was not that I did not love you. It was that I expected too much of youth. It was measuring you by the yardstick of my own years. And there was so much that was good and fine and true in your character. The little heart of you was as big as the dawn itself over the wide hills. This was shown by your spontaneous impulse to rush in and kiss me good night. Nothing else matters tonight, son. I have come to your bedside in the darkness, and I have knelt here, ashamed. It is a feeble atonement. I know you would not understand these things if I told them to you during your waking hours, but tomorrow I will be a real daddy. I will chum with you and suffer when you suffer and laugh when you laugh. I will bite my tongue when impatient words come. I will keep saying as if it were a ritual. He is nothing but a boy, a little boy. I am afraid I have visualized you as a man. Yet, as I see you now, son, crumpled and weary in your cot, I see that you are still a baby. Yesterday you were in your mother's arms, your head on her shoulder. And I have asked too much. Too much. Babies, in the words of Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, from any experience, take from it only the wisdom and stop there. Been on the 23rd of June, and as I sat weaving all at my loom. Been on the 23rd of June, and as I sat weaving all at my loom, I heard a thrush singing on yon bush, and the song she sang was a jug of punch. Da-day, da-day, da-day. La da dum da da diddle diddle dum da da diddle diddle dum da day. And what more pleasure could a boy desire than sitting down beside the fire? And what more pleasure could a boy desire than sitting down beside the fire? And in his hand, oh, a jug of punch, and on his knee, oh, a tidy winch, da-day, da-day, da-day. La da dum da da diddle diddle dum da da diddle diddle dum da day. And when I'm dead and left in my mold, at my head and feet place a flowing bowl. And when I'm dead and left in my mold, at my head and feet place a flowing bowl, that every young man passing by he can have a drink and remember I died today. La da dum da da diddle diddle dum da da diddle diddle dum da day. Being on the 23rd of June, and as I said, weaving all at my loom. Being on the 23rd of June, and as I said, weaving all at my loom. I heard a thrush singing on yon bush, and the song she sang was a jug of punch. Da-day, da-day, da-day. La da dum da da diddle diddle dum da da diddle diddle dum day day. Now yous don't has to go home, but you can't stay here, 'cause I'm hungry and I don't mukbang. If you're new, I hope you come back. If you're not subbed, I hope you will. If you ain't a member, think about becoming one. And either way, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Dang nabbit. All right. Get out. And what more pleasure could a boy desire than sitting down beside the fire? And what more pleasure could a boy desire than sitting down beside the fire? And in his hand, oh, a jug of punch, and on his knee, oh, a tidy winch. Da-day, da-day, da-day. La-da-dum, da-da-diddle-diddle-dum, da-da-diddle-diddle-dum, day-day. I love you, bye. Get out. Go. Get out of here.